People with very little worth, very little understanding of life are able to preach even to distinguished audiences like the one here. How does that become possible? The fellow might be working as a scientist in ISRO or DRDO or probably even in NASA. And he regularly bows down to some primitive peddler of local kind of superstition. Amazing. Now this is magic. How does it even become possible? The fellow leads a state-of-the-art research lab in Europe, Zurich. But cannot begin his day without looking at one particular direction in the sky, eating one particular kind of dairy product. And some brainwashed kind of fellow visits his home and he'll organize a great function to welcome and facilitate him. Why have you compartmentalized the mind in two halves? Why do you say that mathematics has to be applied only to numbers? Mathematics is not necessarily numerical. You get what I'm trying to say. Why can't the same spirit of inquiry be present to everything in life? When that same inquiry, I will not accept without verification. I will not take anything just because it seems to be coming from a particular authority or high seat or respectable position. I will not take it. The first freedom is to be free to question others and to question yourself. I feel like doing this, but why? Why should I be a dictator unto myself? So, if you have a book written by those influencers, pause at every sentence. Though most of them don't write books. They don't have anything worth writing. Pause at every sentence. Analyze. Just refuse to move to the next sentence till you are contented with the current one and the previous ones. And if they are saying something in video or audio form, we said the pause button is always there. Don't let them, as they say in English, pull a fast one. You understand what it means to pull a fast one? Haath ki safai. The magician on the stage does it just so cleanly and so swiftly that the audience is unable to catch the trick. Don't let them get away with this. Don't let him pull a fast one, I repeat. And then people sometimes ask me, and they seem a bit irritated. They say, "Sir, why do you give so many gaps when you are speaking? Sometimes you seem to pause even for a minute, 60 entire seconds. Why do you do that?" And I ask them, what is your problem? If I give you thinking space, if I give you breathing space, you know what the problem is? We are accustomed to being steamrolled. Just come and run me over. Don't give me time and opportunity to think because I've lost the capacity to think. And if you will give me the opportunity to think, I will feel irritated. I can imagine. I can waste myself in worries. Fancies and dreams I like, but critical thinking I abhor. Why must that be the case? Please. And remember, the world throws so many things at you continuously. If you will not have the filter of thought and inquiry, You will be enslaved and exploited. You live in a world full of ignorant beings. And when you are ignorant, you are violent and exploitative. That's a rule. When you are ignorant, you do not know yourself. When you do not know yourself, how do you take care of your anxiety and lack of fulfillment? You try to do that by exploiting another human being or animal or whatsoever is there in the world. You have too many desperate people around you, and they do not know what they are desperate for. But they feel the unease. They feel the internal pain and anger. So they'll do anything to somehow get rid of their suffering. And how do they want to get rid of their suffering? By exploiting others.